I think the job of being a teacher is so rewarding in so many ways.
The connection between you and the whole class, that's still unbeatable.
When my pupils are successful, it feels incredible.
I think the greatest thing for me is seeing the pupils that I teach love the subject as much as I do.
I don't think there's any other job where you get the same satisfaction.
That's why I chose to teach.
You could get £26,000 tax-free to train. Search Apply to Teach. Selected subjects only, subject to eligibility.
Ladies and gentlemen, podcasting since 2005, you were listening to Gamer Tag Radio with your hosts Godfrey, Pete Rock, Paris, Pasta. Come on.
Welcome to Gamer Tag Radio episode 505. This is your host Danny, aka Godfrey. I'm back in Miami, Florida. This episode was recorded when I was in New York City for a couple of days, and I went to CBS radio studios over there, and I got together with my friends Butter and Dan, and we talked about games for the holidays. Great conversation, and make sure to tune in for that. Next week we're going to be back, and hopefully we're going to be testing this thing out. Probably going to be recording a longer episode now, and we're going to be releasing 2 episodes every week as a test to see how it is download wise, is if we should just stay with just 1 episode per week or 2 episodes per week. So it's going to be Mondays and Thursdays, brand new episodes. So stay tuned for that. You know, it all depends on you guys. If you support, download our content all the time, then we're going to have more stuff for you. All right. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be lots of fun, especially now during the holidays. All right, head over to gamertagradio.com or play.it. Download our past episodes. Make sure to share it with your friends. Subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, if you have the beta, or TuneIn Radio and other places out there. Also, give us a call, 786-273-7GTR. That's 786-273-7GTR. Or email us, fanmail@gamertagradio.com. I'm going to play it right now, and we'll be right back after this. Enjoy.
this is Gamer Tag Radio. Voicemail 786-2737-GTR.
The holidays coming up. Lots of games.
A lot of games.
Lot. But I like came out this year that I'm still playing. The Witcher. Still playing that. Of course, you guys been playing Destiny, Taken King now for a couple days now, and Forza Horizon, not Horizon, but Forza Motorsport 6, must have in my opinion. One of the best racing games that I've seen of this generation so far. You know what? Best one in years. So definitely got to play that.
Big statement.
Yes, and I stand by on that. And also, Until Dawn for the PlayStation 4. Great game. You should get it. If it's cheaper than $60, go for it. I highly recommend it. Must have, in my opinion. But later this year, we have a lot more games coming out. There's Fallout 4 is coming out. Tomb Raider. What else?
You got Halo 5. If you play on PC, you got that StarCraft expansion.
Yes. Remakes, I'm not really the remaster stuff like Uncharted. I mean, if you're a fan, if you never, let's say those that had an Xbox 360 and bought a PlayStation 4 and never had games for PS3, this is the perfect time to purchase that and play those games, because those are amazing games for the PlayStation 3. But I mean, besides that, there's any other games that you're excited for this year?
Listen, Black Ops 3 coming out.
Black Ops.
The multiplayer beta of that was so good.
Even though their servers, they were having issues.
Yeah, when they got to the Xbox, which was surprising because it's like Xbox was its home for so long.
Yeah.
PlayStation 4 was pretty smooth, and the Xbox had some problems, but I'm a Call of Duty fan. Like, I'm just one of those dudes that's so easy to play that campaign and then get killed in multiplayer.
What you just said? PlayStation 4 was smooth. Xbox One
PlayStation
issues.
4 was-
Conspiracy theories, man. I don't know, man. Those exclusive deals with Sony.
That's what I said.
I don't know.
That's what I said. Once I couldn't find a match on Xbox, I was like, oh, look where the money is now.
I know, right? Strange.
And speaking of money, Disney's throwing a lot of money. They got Star Wars.
Oh, Star Wars
Battlefront.
By the way, they announced that the fridge with Han Solo.
Yeah.
Weird.
All exclusive editions are fridge now. Black
know.
Ops 3, you get a fridge.
Yes.
Battlefront, you get a fridge. I want this to continue. I want a lot of
Please.
household appliances.
This is perfect. I mean, how big is it? Is it?
It holds
It's like
six
4 or
cans.
6 cans, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I think the
Beers up in there.
Call of Duty one holds 8 or 10 cans. But like, if Cookin' Mama wants to make a comeback, this is the time.
This is the time, right?
Just exclusive editions with a stove or something like this. Perfect.
I totally forgot about that game. Man, oh, cool.
Man, I would love to have been a fly on the wall at some of these meetings where they decided to do fridges. Like, is there a reason? Like, did they do focus groups and like bring people in, and did all these people say we need fridges?
The crazy thing is, from a marketing perspective, somebody has to pitch that.
Exactly.
So somebody sat there and went maybe to somebody else in their office, and they were like, "Yeah, I'm
these
thinking of a
kids
fridge."
playing it like in the basement. You know, get them a little fridge for like their drinks when their friends come over. Oh, perfect! Let's recreate one. Let's create one of Han Solo or whatever. You know, like that is so strange, man.
I thought we reached a crescendo when they were, putting out remote control cars and drones and stuff. But now that we're household appliances, I'm ready. I'm completely ready for this.
You know, it's funny. Back in the days, like the collector edition was like, get an extra DVD, check out the behind the scenes, and like a special case, like with a Halo 2. Remember that?
Yeah.
Now it's like, yo, these developers. I mean, not developer, like the companies, like Activision, everybody else, publishers. They're like going all out for them to sell like all these copies, man.
It started so innocent. It was like a sticker and a tin, and then it was a steel art book. And then it was night vision goggles. Yeah. And then it was a car. And,
statues.
Yeah. And now it's like the next Forza, they'll probably be like, collector's edition, you get a Lambo. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my God.
Get your Forza microwave while they last.
Well, that was the funny thing what Deep Silver did with Saints Row when they came out with the what was it, the Gat Out of Hell thing?
The dildo one?
No,
that was the only journalist ever seen those, right?
The Gat Out of Hell.
Weapon, right?
Or it was with Saints Row 4, they had, it was almost a joke, but they would have actually done it. It was $1 million special edition where it was, you get I think you get the big truck, the janky truck or whatever it is, or the Genki truck. Mm-hmm. I think it was like you get a flight around New York City. Like they had a ridiculous, it was supposed to be a joke, but they actually put it out there. Like they would do it. It was $1 million. And then they had the actual chair made, the recliner that shot the guns out of it from Gat Out of Hell. Mm-hmm. And I think that they auctioned that off, or they were going to do like a collector's with that too.
What?
And we're here complaining about a fridge. Come on, guys.
Yeah, people don't even play. People are ready.
Now, before we go, which fridge you will get, the Call of Duty or the Star Wars?
I got to go with Star Wars. I've never been much of a Call of Duty guy.
I'm going to do Call of Duty.
Call of Duty?
Just because...
You can fit more drinks there?
I can fit more Red Bull in there. More Destiny-branded Red Bull.
Nice.
And...
get more codes.
And it makes all the sounds. It makes all the sounds from the zombie mode.
Oh, yeah. Snap.
Wait, does the Star Wars one not make sounds?
I don't think it makes sounds, and it looks kind of weird because it's like just like an imprint of Solo, like he's trying to break out of the fridge. Like
get out, let me get out.
I'm married, so I don't have to worry about it. But you bring a girl over, it looks like somebody's trying to break out of your fridge. She might not stay. That might be a swipe left.
That's true. Oh, now I forgot. Mirror's Edge is for 2016.
I think that's 2016. Yeah,
2016.
That's a good game.
Rainbow Six. They're
got
gonna
delayed, I think.
Did it get delayed? You sure? I don't think so.
Did it go to March?
Well, I know they're gonna have a beta of the Division.
Gotcha.
For this, so I don't.
I might be confusing them.
Yeah, you are confused. You're confused. But like those games that's coming out, I mean, are there's any games that the listeners should go out there and buy it because you know it's gonna be good once it comes out? Because like with Paris, he's a little bit worried about Halo 5. He feels that he wants the game to be like the old Halo, Master Chief going there, doing this thing. But now it feels like you're playing with a co-op the whole time from the beginning, maybe to the end. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be like that or not, but some of the stuff that 343 been showing is all co-op co-op related with Master Chief or with other characters and stuff. So, are you guys worried about Halo 5? Because I'm not. I think it's gonna be good because I played Warzone multiplayer. Awesome, but what are your thoughts?
I'm not really worried. I would say. I mean, I'm definitely not interested personally. I mean, my gaming golden era, was Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3. I love those experiences. I'll love them to death forever. And I know they're looking to change the game up a little. It's a new generation of players out there. So what they're doing, doesn't necessarily interest me, but I wouldn't say I'm worried. I still think at the end of the day that studio is going to put out a really, really good product that a lot of people are going to love.
I mean, they need to change. They can't, playing the Master Chief Collection. Imagine Halo 5, like Halo 2.
That Master Chief Collection was so botched.
Well, and if you multiplayer wise, I feel that single player was amazing.
I think that's where they're shifting, though. I think that they're shifting a lot towards multiplayer
because of the whole esports stuff.
Exactly, you nailed it. I think that there's so much money to be had out there with esports right now that if they can get a solid foundation in there and even just tickle Call of Duty out of a couple of spots, they can make money. And so I don't think that the campaign is going to be anything to write home about. And I think that they're driving that multiplayer thought with the campaign with the hope of drawing more people to PvP.
Man, but that's the thing. I'm not really into esports. I'm not that type of that's the thing. Like, imagine a casual gamer playing Call of Duty or Halo online, and they see all these people online like playing, like if they're pros, it will make me feel like not play the game at all. Like I'll rather just stick with the whole single player and not play online because it's like too much. I think there should be different playlists. Like have a playlist for like those who are into like the pro gaming stuff. Have another one for like the casual gamers that are new to the series or whatever. Yeah,
I think that's a given. That's something they've usually done. They've splitting it up hardcore or casual.
But so far the stuff that they've been showing it's like all esports related, and I'm not that type of person.
Yeah.
That are into that stuff.
There's just a huge market for that now.
Yeah, and I don't go out of my way to watch esports, but like if I come across it, like League of Legends, stuff like that, I can't really get into even watching it. I'm just like, I don't even know what's happening and why little people are running around. But like I've watched Call of Duty and whatnot, and it gets intense to the point where I'm like, I could never play against these dudes because I just wouldn't have fun. But it's cool watching them and how they're strategizing and everything. And now it's getting so big. You see ESPN covering it. ESPN just put out a job listing for somebody.
Right, an esports
for an esports writer.
You want to go back to journalism?
Move to Bristol. But I think it's something that it's a lot of it reminds me of how mobile exploded, where a lot of people are just making stuff right now to throw towards esports to try and get that money. Where like mobile had a lot of shovel stuff where it was just like, okay, I can grab money. But I think obviously Halo has a lot more money behind it to make a bigger push. So I'm more worried about the campaign than anything else.
Okay.
I think worried is a loaded word. I think that I'm just not anticipating something spectacular. It's probably going to be good. I don't want to say passable because that's a bad word, but it's probably going to be good, decent, enjoyable, but not something where I'm going to be like draw dropped and be like telling my friends, you got to play this. Like, I don't think that's going to happen.
I think people still have the whole Master Chief Collection issue stuck, and they're not going to let that
brand.
Go. No, that did hurt the brand, but that's not saying it's not like 343 is going to fail again with Halo 5.
That would be Halo's demise.
Yeah.
I mean,
if they let me tell you, if this is a failure, it's game over. I think, in my opinion, like this is like too much.
That'll put a dagger right in its chest, and you'll immediately, and all the talk and smiles that Microsoft is putting behind Gears of War will pay off for Microsoft if Halo flops. If Halo 5 has an issue.
I love the Gears of War Ultimate Edition.
Oh yeah, it's so much fun.
So much fun. It feels like a brand new game, right?
Yeah.
Highly recommend for those that are planning to buy games for the holidays and stuff. But here's the thing. Fallout 4, Tomb Raider, and I know you said also the expansion pack for...
There's a StarCraft expansion coming out same day as Fallout. And then December, we actually got Hitman as well.
Oh, Hitman 2. Game. No, but I was going to say, all those games that I mentioned, that's coming on the same day. Do you think it's gonna hurt Tomb Raider? Because I don't think so. I don't think that's gonna hurt Tomb Raider at all. Because remember, there's a crowd of people. They're not into first person. They're not into RPGs. They're a fan of, third person games, and a fan of Tomb Raider. To me, in my opinion, I think the last Tomb Raider that came out a couple years ago was a better game than Uncharted, than the last Uncharted.
Yeah, I can agree. I love that game.
So, I think now that there's no competition for Tomb Raider this year for that type of game, I think it's going to sell a lot of copies. I think so.
Yeah, I think it'll get somewhat hurt by people that just love playing all types of games, and have a limited budget to do so, because I think that they're going to go to Fallout. For me personally, I'm a Tomb Raider. I've never really gotten into Fallout. I know that makes me a horrible, evil person.
Yep. Wow. Yes, it does.
Yeah, but we don't like you. Get out of here.
Yeah, I've never.
We don't like you.
You know what the thing is? I think that as time goes on, I just find like I just don't have the time to sit. And I see people online like The Witcher is beautiful, but I see people like, all right, man, I just checked. I put 270 hours into The Witcher. I'm like, yo, bro, how do you live? Like, I just don't have that amount of time. Like something like Tomb Raider, I could put 15, 20 hours into it and enjoy it. If you tell me at 100 hours you're not going to be done with the game, deuces, I'm out. Like, I can't do it.
But I think people they're not good at balancing out. Like, look, I work. Yeah. I have a 9-to-5 job, and I do the podcast, and then I have to edit, and then sometimes these companies send us games, and look, I took my time playing The Witcher. I was playing like 2 hours here, 2 hours there, and eventually I leveled up all the way to like 40 plus, and I finished the game, and there's still quests I haven't finished. So you could do it. Just, you know what it is? You start playing that game, and it feels like it's too much.
Yeah. It's overwhelming.
Yeah,
it really is.
So yeah, but you were gonna say something?
No, I mean, while we're on the subject of The Witcher, I did the same. Played a little here, a little there. It's definitely overwhelming, and I can totally understand your feeling on Fallout for that. But with that said, I'd still like you to leave the room.
Yes, we were definitely.
I'm not saying Fallout looks bad. It's just not for me.
Not for you.
Not for me.
So you're not gonna buy the special edition, the collector's?
Does it have a fridge?
No, it's not.
No, I'm done.
Actually,
I'm out.
What is it that's going to bring the device?
Oh man, the Pip Boy.
Yeah, it's the Pip Boy.
Yeah, I have mine pre-ordered.
And you could put your phone there. Is your phone a big phone or a small phone?
I have an iPhone 6 Plus.
Oh, you're not going to work, buddy.
But my wife has an iPhone 6, so we'll be swapping for that day so I can work it.
Yeah, there you go. Oh my God. I mean, there's more games too that's coming out for the holidays. Uncharted. I mean, you guys excited for the whole Uncharted collection? I mean,
I've played them several times. Not gonna pick it up. I mean, you mentioned it. I think it's good for someone to pick up.
Yeah.
If they've never played the series, it's a good primer.
I don't know. I like Sony. They've been good at releasing these special editions type thing like that, and a lot of indie games.
Yeah.
Speaking of indie games, they've been promoting a lot with the No Man's Sky. Please explain to me. Are you excited for? I am not excited about the game. I don't know what's going on with that. Are you?
I was very excited as it's slipped and slipped. I've become a little less excited, but there's one thing that really excites me, and we kind of touched on this in the previous episode.
Yeah,
I think the reason we're seeing these delays is, aside from the fact that it's a small team building it, but PlayStation VR, coming soon, probably within the next 12 to 14 months. How amazing would it be to play this new space exploration game that's procedurally generated as one of the launch titles for PlayStation VR? Have I piqued
That'd be
your
a good
interest?
selling point.
Good set. Still not gonna make me buy it. Sorry.
Yeah, I just, what the thing with No Man's Sky is, for me, I can completely get how it looks amazing, how, like you said, procedurally generated, how, like, there's seemingly no end to it. There's an end to it for me. I'm good. Like, I don't really, like, it might just be I'm not very much into, like, space exploration or whatever it is, but I don't think that we've gotten information as to what the point is. So I think I can judge it then when I figure out exactly what's going on and go from there. But I'm not going head over heels for it right now.
So what about bundles? do you think there's any bundles that people should? I mean, because Microsoft been releasing so many bundles, I can't even keep up.
They're
anymore.
still pushing Assassin's Creed Unity bundles. Like Syndicate's coming out tomorrow.
They are really? Yeah. I thought they stopped doing that.
No, Major Nelson had one up today. It was like the bundle with Unity and a $50 gift card. It was
my god!
Like, and I was like, Unity's like Syndicate is almost. Like, I think it's like a month from now.
They have a Forza bundle. Are they gonna have a? I think there's a Halo.
There's got to be. Yeah,
there got to be a Halo one. Then there's the.
Oh wait, Halo 5 has the special edition console, which is beautiful. And that controller, I just want it.
Then the new bundle of the 1 terabyte Elite Edition.
Yeah.
Xbox One, which comes with a regular. Wait, does it come with a regular controller?
It comes with the Elite controller.
The Elite controller, and it's a 1 terabyte, and it's supposedly, I think, a little bit faster than the current console.
That's the best deal because that controller itself is $150.
$150. So yeah, wow. that I seen the controller at E3.
You can take the paddles and
Aaron showed it to us. But man, buying it like that's a little bit too expensive, man.
Yeah.
How much is that bundle?
I want to say it's. No, it's like I think it's 500.
I think it's 500. Yeah, 500.
Are they not
no
doing
Connect?
Are they not doing a Tomb Raider bundle?
I think they are.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that seems like a no-brainer. They have that
no-brainer. They have to, man. That will make more sense.
And a lot of the majority of them are without Connect at this point, which I feel bad because you know what?
I purchased Xbox One with Connect.
So did I. Absolutely.
What is the purpose of Connect now? Like, there's no games.
You know what?
There is the Dance Central one and a couple other.
Yeah, and Just Dance that comes out every year and whatnot.
And the exercise one that they have too, the Xbox Fitness. Besides that, that's the problem with. Like, I know we talked about this before, but the whole VR and all those things now to me is like too gimmicky. Like, it's not gonna make me want to buy the product. You know
I
what I'm
will
saying?
say this for Connect. As a father of a small child, she's almost 2.
Yeah.
Connect has come in handy so much since I got that thing that it's absolutely amazing. The voice controls have come in handy so much because you got to hold the kid, obviously, and you got to always be watching her. Saying, Xbox On and Xbox Watch Disney Junior, or even the other day, it actually struck me the other day how useful Connect was. Mm-hmm. Just in saving like a minute here or there. I had a code for the Taken King. And I was like, Xbox, use a code. I held the barcode up for maybe a half a second and it read it and downloaded it. And I was like, I would have had to just type out numbers and all this different stuff. Connect has usefulness, not for the demographic that they thought it would have. Mm-hmm. For a parent that really just needs to save time and help themselves out, and the TV stuff, that's cool.
You played a D4 for Connect? I played a D4.
No.
That was pretty good. It's a digital game.
No, I didn't play
it was pretty good.
Really, I know I'm playing Frozen Freefall now.
Yeah?
I used to have that on my phone, and it was addictive, and now it's on Xbox.
Oh, okay.
And my daughter loves Frozen.
Nah.
She walks around the house going, Anna.
No.
And I say, who's Anna's sister? And she goes, Elsa. Sick. No, only two. She's ready to play.
Awesome, man. All right, guys, we're going to take a short break. And once we come back, we have a couple more topics. And we'll be right back after this.
Voicemail 786-2737-GTR.
Your season-long fantasy football team may be going strong, but you don't have to wait until week 16 to get paid. Put your fantasy skills to the test every week this season at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site. With 1 week fantasy, there are no season-long commitments. Got an injured player? No problem. It's like a new season every week, so you're never stuck with the same players. And get this, DraftKings is crowning a new millionaire every week with this season. That means you could turn your love of football into the payday of a lifetime. Just pick your players, pile up the points, pick up your cash. That's it. Believe me, you've never experienced football like this before. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Folks, we've been saying it all season. DraftKings.com is a fantastic site. You don't have to be locked into a season-long fantasy football league. Every week is a new opportunity to win cash. So hurry to DraftKings.com now. Use promo code GamerTag and play for free with your first deposit in this Sunday's $1 million fantasy football contest, where first place takes home $100,000. Enter GamerTag for free free entry now only at DraftKings.com. That's DraftKings.com.
Voicemail 786-2737-GTR.
All right, so we're back here, Gamertag Radio, episode 505.
505.
So welcome back here, and yes, we have a special guest here in New York City, and we've been talking about like stuff that's coming out for the holidays, and I know we have parents that listen to the show and stuff, and what about games for the kids coming out later this year?
If you want to go down the rabbit hole of spending money, because you got to spend money with these games, Skylanders, Disney Infinity, this is where teaching your kid to love specific characters comes in handy, and hoping that they don't see every character, because like for Disney, Disney's cool because they rope in the older demographic that loves Star Wars now. And then they used Marvel last year.
Smart.
But they still got those core characters. You got Olaf. You got the ones from that one that came out this year. I forgot what it was. But you have all these different characters. So they get down with it in terms of, you're buying those figures. I think they're $12 a pop.
Man. And also amiibos too, like the whole Nintendo stuff. Man. Like, man, I don't know.
And Nintendo, this is probably the best tie-in that I've seen this year. Is Nintendo working with Activision on Skylanders. You have exclusive amiibo Donkey Kong and Bowser in Skylanders. And they are amiibo / Skylanders.
That's awesome.
So you literally have the thing and you can turn the character a little bit and it's an amiibo. You turn it back the other way, it's a Skylander, and it can go in the Skylanders game.
Snap, that's dope.
The craziest thing is, because obviously that creates a gray market where everybody wants to get them, sell them, and make a lot of money. They like to make money too. The exclusive for Bowser is Skylanders on, I believe, Wii U only. And then if you want Donkey Kong, it's 3DS. And you cannot buy those characters separately. They only come with the core game for each one of those systems.
Oh, snap, okay.
So you got it. Yeah.
Smart.
So people can't just grab those things and start selling them and hoarding them and stuff. You got to buy the game.
Wow.
So, but those are the coolest things. I got to see them in the flesh at E3. So cool. The whole tech, being able to just snap it and it does, that's insane.
I think there's an event going on now, right? A Skylanders event here in New York?
Yeah, they're having... Skylanders is very, very good at tapping into the whole family aspect of it. They don't have... I love Disney Infinity because they... their executive producer, John Vignoki, he even mentioned to Game Informer, he goes, our bench is deep. Like, they have so many characters from Disney. Skylanders doesn't have that luxury, but they kind of get creative. They create new characters and they can create them on the fly. This year's Superchargers, where they're introducing vehicles, and the gameplay is really cool. And what they've done, they always kind of tap into the family. Last year, they had the launch party in Times Square with at Toys R Us. And they had the whole place set up like a Skylanders level, and they're doing an after school special here in the city where they encourage people to come with their family and check out the game. They have it playable for the Wii U and the PS4. And check out all the new characters and all the new levels. And there's underwater, there's air, there's racing this year. There's a lot of cool different stuff. And the figures themselves, for the first time, at least the vehicles, can actually be used as toys. Before they're just standard figures that you're putting on. The car, you can race the car. The kid can race it across the floor if they want to. So there's actually durability to it, and there's practical usefulness to it that wasn't there before. So that's pretty cool. And then,
which one is your favorite out of all of them? Like the whole Disney or Skylanders. Which one you prefer out of the two?
It's funny. I would say Skylanders, just because I'm a campaign dude. And I like having an objective. For absolute total creativity, Disney Infinity wins out, because that toy box mode, you can almost do whatever you want. It kind of taps into that. One of the ones that I'm looking forward to getting my hands on to kind of see if that creativity and campaign mix together is Lego Dimensions. Just because it's Legos, and it's always so cool to create different stuff. And the Lego games have always had cool little stories to them.
Definitely.
I'm interested to see what they do with that.
Yeah, I'm very curious about that because, man, Disney and Skylanders, like, their names is out there, like,
yeah,
and they're gonna sell a lot of copies. I feel that Lego came a little bit too late now, so it's gonna be a little bit tough for them to
and
sell.
they're relying on larger IP names to sell it. They have Ghostbusters in there,
which that's
they
good.
have Batman. So, like, the Lego Batman, I think Will Arnett is voicing it as well.
Oh, okay.
So they're relying on those names, like, from the movie and kind of those different IPs. Like, for me, I'm a huge Ghostbusters fan, so I'm ready to buy Ecto 1 and all those things and put it in the game, because the Ghostbusters game that released a few years ago was completely underrated.
See, for you, you're a fan of that, so it works. But as a kid,
I don't see them going too crazy unless they've been involved in that Lego universe where they're playing the Lego games and they watch the Lego movie and all that stuff.
Because, I mean, if you see the whole Disney, all the Disney characters, and then you see, like, Marvel, Star Wars, you know, and then Skylanders, which came out before all these other their competition, you know, so
Skylanders was the lead dog on it. And then Disney, I mean, if you put all the Disney characters on this table and you brought in, 2 or 3 kids, I guarantee you all of them would be gone, and the kids would take a bunch of them, but all of us would take a bunch of them too. And that's the really, really cool thing that Disney's done, is that they tap into so many different demographics with that. Because I know people want the Star Wars stuff, I want the Marvel stuff, and the kids would run away with Olaf and Buzz Lightyear real quick. So there's a lot of good strategy on their part for that.
The whole Disney stuff, it reminds me of Kingdom Hearts. You see all these characters in different worlds, and that's cool. Everybody in the same universe. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, I could say that I didn't give a damn until they announced Marvel, and I was like, "Yep, I want that, and I want to." I'm going to be buying Spider-Man, and I'm going to have him being chased by the Green Goblin. I mean, they did a great job. How about games? What do you guys think about games that aren't Skylanders, that aren't going to, put a hole in parents' wallets? Because you got to buy those games, you got to buy all those different characters. I'm thinking maybe Super Mario Maker on the Wii U, something you can buy a kid, and it's fun. And not only is it fun, but it can be kind of educational too.
Yeah. Like these kids that want to like create their own games. Like I know they've been playing like stuff like Minecraft, building their own stuff. They could do the same now with Mario. It's cool, and then share that to the world. Here, play my levels, play the stuff that I created.
It taps into that creativity, and almost kind of a competitive aspect of it. Where you're like, as a kid, you want to win. I know that everybody gets participation trophies now, but throw those out. You want to win, and if you want to make the most creative level, and that's something that was Disney Infinity was very lucky to have those toy boxes. There are people that work for the studio that got hired off of their toy box creations from the first game.
Okay.
So they had a competition, and I think 4 people got hired.
Nintendo could do that. Then.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be cool, right?
Absolutely.
And the cool thing about Mario Maker, it's getting a lot of great reviews. And man, I see codes everywhere. Like it's so easy to your creativity, your levels could go out there to the masses. End up in IGN and Kotaku and all these major websites because you made it so much fun and challenging.
I'm seeing more of those codes across social media than I'm seeing like Snapchat codes.
Yes,
like it's crazy that people are really, really, really digging that.
Yeah, and what about these games too? Instead of you and +1, what about the whole family? Like for like let's say Rock Band 4, and then the new Guitar Hero that's coming out too. Now their music games is coming back. I wish I could do a DJ Hero game because I love DJ Hero.
DJ Hero was fun. Yeah.
I was playing that nonstop, 1 and 2. Loved it.
Yeah, Rock Band, they're putting a lot. They have so much content.
I want to ask you about that. They're gonna send me a review copy of Rock Band 4.
I'll fly down there. I'll be your bassist.
Okay, come. So the thing is, I had an appointment with them for during E3. There was too many things going on with us. It was only us 4, so I missed that appointment. I know there is similar to the older games, but what else they have new in that game that is not in the previous one for this generation now? Because
They have, I forgot what it's called. It's something with the guitars where you can kind of go off and it might be guitar solos,
like freestyle, type.
Yeah.
Okay, that one I heard of. Okay,
you can kind of rock out, and it's something where a lot of people when they first heard it, they're like, but then as you play the game more and more and you get into it, you really understand how much that can make it a lot cooler for people because they can kind of freelance on it and kind of do really cool things. For a lot of people might butcher it, but it's something where people can have a lot of fun doing that.
Okay.
And I think that it's more they're adding so many songs, so many things, and I think Harmonix has really they know the culture of their audience. And they're really kind of tapping into that, and they have Mad Cats behind them, helping them too.
Oh, with the
Mad Cats is helping publish it, I believe.
Oh, publishing, okay. Interesting.
It's something where there's not a lot of studios that know how to connect with people on a kind of organic, friendly level like Harmonix. And I think that they really are pushing that aspect of, we're your family. Let's make music and going into that history. And I mean, you have to think that studio is the original. They're the ones that created Guitar Hero. They created everything, and they're very, very musically inclined. And I don't think they've had a lot of people leave them from the development side. So I think the main thing is the guitar thing. And the other thing is not burning a hole in your wallet. If you have your old stuff, it's going to work.
Yeah. For the Xbox One, right? Or is it a PlayStation?
I think it's for both.
For both? Okay.
Yeah, I think if you have your old equipment.
Oh, you know what? No, you're right.
To buy, right?
Yeah, you're right, because there was an article where they announced for the Xbox One, but there was no PlayStation 4 version. But maybe there it is now. So
yeah, I think it's cross. Okay. You can use it for the other ones.
Okay, that'll be really bad if they don't.
And Guitar Hero is going almost the opposite end, and they're going on a larger scale.
Yes. Have you seen
social playing? Have you seen it?
I haven't seen much of Guitar Hero.
To me, it feels like they're taking a risk. Okay, let's try something totally new that never been done in the past games. But Rock Band, I feel like they're comfortable with their past stuff. Like, okay, let's do it again.
Yeah.
So
I think Guitar Hero Live is meeting a middle point between Rock Band and Guitar Hero of old and Rocksmith, because they redesigned the guitar, so it's not the colors down the middle.
No, it's buttons.
It's at the top, and it's 6 buttons, but they're right next to each other, so it's almost a more authentic feel to it. And then they're hitting the whole social aspect with Guitar Hero TV.
Yeah, that one is pretty cool. They told us about that too. I think it's they're gonna be playing videos 24/7, and you could just
plug in and
start playing right there while it's live and stuff. So,
and I think a screenshot leaked, and the internet lost their mind because they were like, one of the songs was from One Direction. And people were like, "Why are you doing this?" And I was like, "That's smart." Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, get the kids involved.
You bring One Direction and Taylor Swift into this. I'm ready. I'm ready.
He's a fan.
Reform One Direction, 1D for life. I think that they're looking at that social aspect of it, and they're kind of like mixing it up a little bit. When they first announced everything, they actually had Pete Wentz from Fall Out Boy playing. And he was kind of like really, really getting into it. More like, a lot of times when you go to these events, you could see like, all right, they've been told by the marketing and PR person to act like this. This seemed like more kind of like he was just actually having a good time with it. And I think that they're looking at the bigger social aspect to kind of get the voice out there. So that should be interesting to see how it plays out.
What are your thoughts of Nintendo this year, 2015? I mean, they've been releasing games here and there, like Xenoblade. There you go.
Xenoblade.
See, that's I think it's an online RPG game for the Wii U. I'm excited for it.
I mean, no matter what, it always feels like Nintendo is always on that same boat, right? Like there's good content out there. It's coming out. The people who are excited for it are getting it, and it still doesn't move the amount of units that they.
It's too late for them to sell.
Yeah.
All these crazy units. Like if they would have released Zelda, maybe for the Wii U, that would have been perfect. But now that game got delayed, I don't see that game coming out for the Wii U. I think they're gonna save that for the next system, for the NX.
I really hope they don't. I bought a Wii U when
Just
they
for
announced that. I bought Mario Kart to kind of, hold me off until then.
That's fine.
And if it doesn't hit the Wii U, I'm going to be so heartbroken.
I just think that they're 10 steps behind at this point. When it comes to the Wii U as a system, the way it was created, the way it was marketed, because for a lot of people thought that they were buying a tablet that hooked to their Wii. You know what I mean? The marketing of it was so botched. I would say almost the marketing of the Wii U was botched more than the message of the Xbox One was. That I think that they're too far behind. That it would be better off for them to hold that stuff to make those launch titles for the next system.
I think they should release this next console. Don't put as a Wii console, strictly brand new name.
Yeah,
because I think that was the issue too. By them calling it Wii U hurt them too, because my cousin, she got a Wii for her kid, and she called me, "Hey Danny, I'm planning to buy Mario Kart for the new Mario Kart for the Wii. Is that gonna work?" I'm like, no, don't do it. But she almost purchased the game just for that.
Yeah,
So imagine other parents, they go to the store and they probably purchased Mario Kart thinking that it's for the original Wii.
Yeah,
and they made the same mistake with the DS too. I mean, I remember being at a GameStop and having. I mean, I didn't work there, but I overheard.
I thought, wait, really? You used to work there?
No, I was at a GameStop. I forgot what I was shopping for, and I overheard a parent, about to buy. I think it was Street Fighter for the 3DS, and the clerk at the time was trained to ask the parent, "Sir, do you have a 3DS? Are you aware that the 3DS is different from the DS? If so, and you have a 3DS, then you could go ahead and smartly make this purchase." But they had to give that whole spiel because I'm sure they had so many people walk in and, "Oh, this is a 3DS game. Oh, that's fine. I just won't play the 3D version of the game and I'll just use it on my DS." I mean, it seems like they continuously find themselves in these situations.
But they sold a lot of units of the 3DS though.
They did.
Yeah.
First of all, when it came out, it was expensive, but once they lowered the price, that helped it to sell so many copies now, So, but the Wii U, I don't know what it is, man. I think people are just stuck with the whole PlayStation and Xbox and PC, unless it's a major title. Maybe like Zelda, maybe that's gonna help them. But even with Mario, it's still like Mario 3D World. I think that was one of my favorite games for the Wii U, and also for the year. It didn't sell that many copies. I don't know.
It's something where I think that they're just they're hoping that their core fans will push out the message for them, which is not something that's going to happen unless you get behind your fans and you make moves for them and you kind of push them to preach that gospel. A lot of this stuff is stuff that messaging can get out, whether it's on websites, on social media, or whatever it is. But there was just so much confusion behind what they were actually doing that they were just completely behind. Those people will eat you if you don't do things right. And I mean, even if you look at YouTube, YouTube actually helps sell some games sometimes. It actually does.
It does, yeah.
And Nintendo will hit anyone over the head that is creating videos about Nintendo games unless they're part of the Nintendo Creators Program. And then Nintendo wants, I think it's 60% of the revenue if you're part
That's a little bit too
the
much.
Creators Program.
I have a little...
Insane.
I don't know. I'm kind of in between with both sides.
Yeah, no, I can, and you know what? I can understand, because you're using somebody's created product to make money for yourself. I get that completely. But
what?
If you look at if there was a measurement for companies to see their ROI of it, where if someone's making videos about your game, how much that's turning into sales, then it would be easier for companies to judge. But when you have large YouTubers saying, "I'm not going to make any more videos about Nintendo," what is Nintendo losing? That's why I'd love to see measurement from it. Because even, you remember Flappy Bird when people lost
Yeah.
I don't think I'm pretty sure that Flappy Bird was something that was just kind of in the mid-range on the App Store, and then I think PewDiePie played it. And then it was off to the races.
Yeah.
So how much does it help people? And what is it worth to Nintendo? If there was legit measurements for that, they can make a bet, and it could help them push their message.
Yeah, but at the same time, if a company like Nintendo, if they don't want you to put their content like on your YouTube channel, they have the right. That's their product. That's their, but a lot of these YouTubers are like, no, I have the right. I purchased the game. I have the right to show this on you.
Because the Digital Copyright Millennium Act shows something about fair use, creative fair use.
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody was putting their game online and not voicing over it or not adding anything to it, then it's a strike or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But technically what these people are creating is personal experiences playing a game. They're creating entertainment using a game. So it falls under that creative fair use, which is really, really odd. I think at some point we're going to get to a tipping point where a judge is going to have to make a ruling.
It's going to happen eventually.
Yeah. But it's something where kind of a lot of people think that Nintendo kind of overstepped by saying, well, you have to give us money.
Well, shout out to Paris and Pete. They're in London right now. And Pete in Paris, Dan said he was going to come here to the studio with his Destiny Taken King shirt. I don't have it. He's promoting WWE. NXT.
I have my Samoa Joe shirt on now. Here's the thing. I'm a bigger guy.
Yeah.
And at all these events, all the companies, they give out shirts. You walk out of a demo booth and they're like, here.
All the time.
A lot of those shirts are size large, which fits the majority of the population. I am not part of that population. So I got ready to come down here. I threw the Taken King shirt on.
Yeah.
And I wasn't comfortable with my body.
So
it made me uncomfortable to wear a belly shirt to come meet you. I looked, and now I'm wearing the Samoa Joe shirt, but I kind of looked like one of the WWE divas. So I wasn't comfortable wearing the Taken King shirt.
Okay.
So maybe next time.
I'll
hit the gym.
You should talk to Activision, see if they can send you a better one.
Just send me a parachute. I can wrap it around my body.
There you go, yeah. So, okay, one game you're going to buy this holiday before we wrap it up.
Oh, man, it has to be Fallout 4.
That's it? That's it for the year? You're done after that?
If I have the choice of one game to hold me off for the next year, it's going to be Fallout 4.
Fallout 4. Yeah. Okay. All right.
I gotta say that it's probably going to be Tomb Raider. If I have to hold myself over, and I've already said that, Destiny is not a part of my life for the next year, I'll say Tomb Raider. I might go for one of the kids' games. Just for the added content. I can always buy figures.
And you can play with your kid.
Yeah, she could just house me. She run circles.
You see what I said at the beginning? Like, there's people that love Tomb Raider and not into RPGs. Perfect example. Boom. So, all right. So we're gonna wrap it up. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna buy Halo 5. Even though a lot of people are still like questioning the whole 343.
Good luck.
Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. I'm definitely gonna be playing Warzone. Highly recommend it. So much fun.
I just hope it's good, because Paris won't let you live it down.
I know Paris is going to be talking so much crap. But I think they're going to be playing a lot of Fallout. I'm definitely getting Fallout 4 for sure. So, all right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Head over to gamertagradio.com or play.it. Listen to our past episodes or give us a call 786-273-7GTR. That's 786-273-7GTR. Email us fanmail at gamertagradio.com. And that's it. We're going to wrap it up, guys. Mention your stuff, at website or anything you would like to promote.
Yeah, just JOND4V. That's John Dav, but with a 4, because I'm Lee on Twitter. If you want to hit me up. It was a pleasure.
All right, it was fun.
On here, yeah.
All right, we finally recorded in a little studio, Jonathan. Yeah, that's cool, right? Yeah. Shout out to the whole Play It team, everybody, man. So, and also Brian, he's a huge Destiny guy, man. So
you're roped back in now.
And you like to promote anything?
Dan Hevia on Twitter, HEV as in Victor IA, and project510.com. Twitch project510 on Twitch.
All right, and that's it. We're gonna wrap it up. Until next time, we out. Peace.
Later.
You're listening to Gamer Tag Radio. Be sure to like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Thanks for listening. Tune in next week.